Taylor Swift is reportedly feeling blindsided and violated after private text messages between her and Blake Lively were unsealed in connection with ongoing legal disputes involving the Hollywood actress and director Justin Baldoni. The drama has thrust Swift, who had no direct involvement in the lawsuit, into an unwelcome spotlight, revealing candid conversations that were never meant for public eyes. The controversy stems from a sexual harassment and defamation lawsuit filed by Blake Lively against Justin Baldoni, who directed the movie It Ends With Us. Lively alleged misconduct on set, citing instances of harassment and retaliation that created a toxic working environment. Baldoni denied all allegations and countered with his own defamation claims, which were eventually dismissed by the courts. Amid this legal battle, portions of private communications between Lively and Swift were unsealed as part of court filings, bringing Swift into the fray despite her lack of professional involvement in the project. Sources close to Swift described her as feeling exposed and violated by the release of her personal messages. She had previously exchanged texts with Lively in a purely private context, offering support as a friend. These conversations included candid opinions about Baldoni and the situation on set, language that has now been sensationalized in media reports. In one text, Swift reportedly referred to Baldoni as a BTCH, accompanied by a reference to a tiny violin, reflecting her frustration and disbelief at the alleged behavior described by Lively. Other messages reveal Lively's own candid thoughts about Baldoni, with her calling him a clown and a doofus director. These colorful descriptions were intended for private communication, not public scrutiny, but their publication has intensified the legal and media spotlight on both actresses. Additionally, Swift's texts indicate a willingness to support her friend, with statements like, "I'll do anything for you," suggesting a personal commitment rather than any professional involvement in the project or the lawsuit. Friends and insiders have noted that the unsealing of these texts has put strain on Swift and Lively's friendship. Sources suggest that the singer is seeking distance from the situation, emphasizing that she had no creative or production role in the film and never intended to be involved in legal proceedings. Swift's team has reportedly resisted any attempts by Baldoni's legal team to further involve her, clarifying that she is not a witness and has no decision-making authority regarding the film or any claims. The release of the texts also shed light on subtle shifts in the dynamics of Swift and Lively's friendship. Some messages indicate that Lively noticed changes in how she and Swift communicated, and Swift herself acknowledged sensing a little bit of a shift. These personal revelations have now become public fodder, turning private emotions and discussions into headline news. Public and media reaction to the unsealed texts has been intense. Headlines have highlighted Swift's sharp language and her candid assessments of Baldoni, framing the story as a sensational celebrity feud. Social media users have debated the ethics of making private messages public, with some defending Swift's right to privacy and others speculating on the implications of her opinions regarding the legal case. Meanwhile, Lively's legal team has navigated the fallout, attempting to use the texts to support claims while avoiding further exposure of Swift. Swift is reportedly frustrated that messages she intended for a trusted friend have become part of public discourse and legal proceedings. She is said to feel like something private suddenly wasn't hers anymore, underscoring her sense of personal violation. Despite the media attention, Swift's representatives insist that she remains on the sidelines of the legal battle and is not engaging in public commentary regarding the lawsuit. The situation highlights a broader issue of privacy and celebrity culture, where even friendly, personal communications can become public in the context of legal disputes. Swift's experience underscores how high-profile friendships in Hollywood can be complicated by the legal and media machinery, with private interactions suddenly amplified to national attention. As the legal case between Lively and Baldoni continues, the unsealed texts remain a point of contention. Swift's legal team has stressed her lack of involvement in the movie's production and her position as a private friend rather than a professional party. Sources close to the singer say she is focused on maintaining her personal boundaries and minimizing further engagement in the drama. Meanwhile, speculation about the friendship between Swift and Lively continues. Some insiders suggest that the incident may have temporarily strained their relationship, though neither party has publicly confirmed a rift. Observers note that the release of these private texts has made the situation more emotionally charged, placing unnecessary pressure on both women as they navigate public perception and ongoing legal proceedings. Swift's reaction illustrates a common tension in celebrity culture, the difficulty of keeping private matters private when legal proceedings intersect with fame. While she offered support to a friend in a personal capacity, the unsealing of these messages has exposed her to public scrutiny and sensationalized coverage that she never sought. In addition to personal frustration, Swift reportedly faces the challenge of maintaining her public image amid this unexpected involvement. While she has not been asked to testify or take a formal role in the lawsuit, the mere presence of her messages in the court record has made her an unintended participant in a legal battle that is not hers to fight. This has created a unique intersection of privacy, celebrity, and law, where personal communications become legally relevant and widely publicized. The broader public reaction has been a mix of intrigue and criticism. Some fans express sympathy for Swift, highlighting the invasion of her privacy and the unfairness of her being dragged into a legal dispute she had no role in. Others have dissected the text content, emphasizing the sharp language and interpreting the messages as evidence of celebrity conflict. Social media platforms have seen extensive discussion, with debates over ethics, friendship, and the impact of celebrity culture on personal relationships. Legal experts have noted that the unsealing of private messages is not uncommon in cases involving defamation or harassment, particularly when communications could be relevant to the claims. However, the high-profile nature of the parties involved has magnified the attention, turning a routine legal procedure into a major media event. Swift's texts, intended to offer personal support, have inadvertently become a focal point for the public narrative. As the case moves forward, Swift is expected to maintain her distance, with her representatives emphasizing her desire to protect privacy and remain uninvolved. Lively and Baldoni continue to address the allegations through legal channels, while the unsealed texts remain a sensitive and emotionally charged element of the broader dispute. For Swift, the key takeaway appears to be the importance of personal boundaries and the challenge of navigating public scrutiny when private communications intersect with celebrity legal battles. Sources close to the singer suggest that she hopes this incident serves as a reminder of the vulnerability celebrities face when personal messages are made part of the public record, and the need to guard private relationships against legal and media exposure. In the meantime, the saga continues to dominate entertainment headlines, illustrating the complex interplay of friendship, privacy, and the law in Hollywood. Swift, caught in the middle through no action of her own, continues to assert her right to privacy and to maintain a supportive yet discreet position in the midst of a very public drama. The unsealing of Taylor Swift's private texts in connection with Blake Lively's legal battle against Justin Baldoni underscores how quickly personal communications can become public when celebrities are involved in litigation. While Swift's words were intended as private expressions of support for a friend, their exposure has made her an unwilling participant in a highly publicized conflict, highlighting both the vulnerability of public figures and the sometimes intrusive nature of media coverage in celebrity legal matters.